Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, more sign Christ, more sign Christ. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb. Shout out to brothers. Yahweh Shamar the Thumb by Shem Yahweh shout out to sisters. It's Isupk Durham, North Carolina Sabbath service. Priest and officer Mahayah. You understand? And we'll get straight into it, man. We're gonna commence the Sabbath service. Medium, which means to stand. Wapanya Kwadam, which means right in the face east. We'll start out with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatyanawa, Wala'a, Babaya'ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habishayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Waha'ala, Wahataparat, Lavalonium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the Hakat, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kashah, Latananawa, Hakat, Larpa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakat, Latsahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, Lahakwim, Hamathyam, Hakat, Arakarawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarishan, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawapyana. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kortazayanyam. Ha Koyayoyam. Wa Ha Agwathian. Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shah. Tawada Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angel, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha,
Ayanya,
Al-Haharium, Mahayan,
Yabaa,
Isariah,
Ma'ain,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Shamayam,
Waharataza,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Regalka, Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Hana,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Ya Yashun.
Ya Yashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al Yaad.
Al Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yahamam.
Yahamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalarai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaathka.
Tazaathka.
Wabawaathka.
Wabawaathka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha. Wa'ida Alam.
Wa'ida Alam.
In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help coming from the Lord.
My help coming from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
Even forevermore. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thakarash.
Wa Al Thashakwat.
Wa Al Thashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Ya Salakia.
Yahama.
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 Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Imaka.
Al Imaka.
Yaraya Yumwa.
Yara Yumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Salakia. Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Nawa'ai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Bariyath.
Bariyath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aholya.
Aholya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Waimalak.
Waimalak.
Palashath.
Palashath.
Am Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Haya Salakia. Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labunya Lawat.
Labunya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Shahalam.
Ashalaham.
Kamadium.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara.
Bayandara.
Hayawan.
Hayawan.
Daman.
Daman.
Laidama.
Laidama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nida.
Nada.
Yadmawa.
Yadmawa.
Karab.
Karab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazol.
Wakatazol.
Ma'ain.
Manai.
Kal Nasaya Kumwa.
Kal Nasaya Kumwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah,
Nayarashah,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath, Nawath,
Nawath,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagogla,
Kagogla,
Kakwash,
Kwash,
Lapara,
Slakia,
Laslakia, Lapunya Raraka,
Lapanya Rabaka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabayaira, Yaira,
Tabayaira, Yaira,
Wakalaba,
Wakalaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tharadatma,
Tharadapma,
Basa Irika,
Basairika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Dabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Malaa,
Malaa,
Panyam,
Panyam,
Kualawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahal,
Wayabaholwa,
Ayaid,
Adyai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Kaparwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abadwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Dayawa,
Dayawa,
Kayatha,
Kayatha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labatka,
Labadka,
Ayatham,
Al Yawan,
Al Karataza.
Al Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Almuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stumble before the wind, as a fire burneth their wood, and as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. Sorry? Yeshua means to be seated. All right, shalom, shalom. What's going on, Israel? What's going on with you, brother? You understand? You know what I'm saying? It's the Durham, North Carolina Sabbath service, man. You know what I'm saying? Prison officer Mahayah. You know, so we'll be conducting as well. Prison officer Sadak. Right? We're gonna you know what I'm saying, get right back into it, get back where we left off at not too long ago, which is the book of Genesis, right? The book of Genesis, chapter 21. We're gonna pick back up in verse 19, right? You know what I'm saying? For those who want to tag on along, you can just go to blueletterbible.org. And if you press that button that say, you know what I'm saying, it says tools on the side, it'll pull up the Assyrian and Hebrew, which we'll be reading from, right? So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 19. It's like it's chapter 21 and verse 19, right? So 1 second. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 19, and verse, it's like it's chapter 21, verse 19. Waya, waya kwa, waya pakwak, ala hayam, ah, aya, 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 selagi, ayanya, wa, watara, ba'ar, mayam, watalak, watama, watamala, hakamath, mayam, watashap, ah, I selagi, hana r, verse 20. Waya haya, ala hayam, ah, hana, 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 hana r, hana ira, waya god, waya godla, waya shab, bama de bar, waya haya, rabah, koshath, verse 21. Waya shab, ba, bama de bar, pa'aran, with watakwak, lawa, amawa, aisha, ma'arataza, mataza rayum, verse 22. Wayahaya, ba'ath, ba'aith, hahawa'a, wayamar, abaya, aba, yamalak, wa, 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 wapaya cow, shar, taza, to, taza, taza ba'a, taza ba'awa, ow, abaraham, la'amar, alahayam, aimak, bakal, ashar, atha, aisha, 23. Why aitha, hashab, hashaba I, laya, ba'ala hayam, hana, tashakwar, laya, wala, wala nai, wala nayanya, wala nak so like wala ka wala nakadia ka kas class salaki ka kasak ashar I ashayatya I mak taya sha I makia wa I'm ha'arataza I shor garatha. It's like a garatha. Baha, verse 24. Waya Amar, Abaraham, Anakaya, Ashabai, verse 25. Wayaha, Waha, Kak. It's like Waha, Kak. Abaraham, Af, Abaya Malak, Al, Adawath, Ba'ara, Hamayim, Ashar, Gaza, Gazalwa, Abadia, Abaya, Malak. That's in verse 25. You could, Bible Kashab, pick up in verse 19 in English.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and verse 19. And God opened her eyes and saw Salakia, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad drink. Verse 20. And God said with the lad, Salakia, and God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelled in the wilderness and became an archer. Verse 21. And he dwelled in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. Verse 22. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Pachol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Verse 23. Now, therefore, Salakia. Now, therefore, swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but accordingly to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. 24. And Abraham said, I will swear. Verse 25. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of the well of water, and which Abimelech's services had violently taken away. That's the end of 25.
So it's in verse 25. So I'll pick back up in Hebrew verse 26, right? So it's the book of Genesis, chapter 21, and verse 26. Wayamar, Abba Aba Yama Salaki. A by Yam Salaki. Aba Yamalak. La'a. Yada Aithya. Maya. Aisha. Ath. Hadabor. Hazaha. Wagum. Atha. La'a. Hagadath. Laya. Wagum. Ana Aslaga. Ana Kaya. La'a. Shema Aithya. Balathia. Hayawam. Verse 27. Wayakwak. Abaraham. Tazaan. Salakia. Wabakwar. Wayathan. La'a by Yam Salakia. La'a by Malak. Wayakarathwa. Shana Yaham. Barayath. Verse 28. Wayatazab. Abaraham. Ath. Shabai. Kabashath. Hatazaan. Laba Slagila Laba Dahan. Verse 28. Wayamor. Abaya Abba Ya Malak. Al. Abaraham. Maha. Hana. Shabai. Kabashath. Ha'ala. Ashar. Hatazabath. Ha la la laba laba dana. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 30. Wayamor, Kaya, Ath, Shabai, Kabashath, Thakwak, Mayadia. Salakia. Ba'a, Bawar, Thahaya, Thahai, Yaha, Laya, La'ada, Kaya, Kaparathia, Ath, Haba'ar, Haza'ath. Verse 31. Al, Kana. So like Kwawa'a, Lama Kwa Wum, Hahawa'a, Ba'ar, Shabai, Kaya, Shum, Nashab, Na Nashaba Nashabaiwa, Shanayaham. Let me start at 26. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and verse 32. Waya Wayaka Rathwa Barayath Baba Babaar Shabai Wayaquam Abba Abaya Abba Yamalak Wagaya Cow Shar Tazabaawa Wayashabua Al Arataza Pa Salakia Palashathium. That's in verse 32. If you could, back from the English.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and verse 26. And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet heard I of it, but today. Verse 27. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. Verse 28. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. Verse 29. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? Verse 30. And he said, for these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, but they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. 31, verse 31. Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because they were Salakia, because there they swore both of them. Verse 32. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba, and Abimelech rose up and Philcol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned unto the land of the Philistines. And that's the end of 32.
All right, so pick back up. Pick back up with the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and verse 33. Back in the Hebrew. Waya ta'ai. I shall Baba Ara. Shabai. Waya Kwara. Shum. Bashum. Yahweh. Al. Iwalam. Verse 34. Wayagar. Abaraham. Pa'arataza. So like a Ba'arataza. Palashathyam. Yamayam. Rabbayam. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21. It's like a verse. So it's book of chapter 22, verse 1. Wayahaya, a car. Hadabarayam. Ha'ala. Waha alahayam. Nasa. Ath. Abaraham. It's like a Wayamar. Alayan. Abaraham. Wayamar. Hananya. Verse 2. Wayamar. It's like what? Wayamar. Quack. Na'a. Ath. Banak. Ath. Yaka. Yaka. Yadak. Ashar. Ahabath. Ath. Yatazakak. Walak. Lak. Al. Arataza. Hamaraya. Waha ai. Waha ali. It's like a waha ala hawa. Shum. La Aila. Al. Akkad. Haharayam. Ashar. So like it. Ishar. Amar. Alayak. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 3. Waya Shakam. Abaraham. Baba Kwar. Waya it's like a waya kab, it's like a waya kashab, it's like it waya kabash ath kama ka ma rawa waya kwak ath shania na'a rayan athwa wa ath. Ya taz salaka ya tazakwak banwa waya bakwa I tazaya alaha waya kwam waya lak al hama kwawum ashar amar lawa ha'ala hayyam. Was it in verse 3?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21 and verse 33. And Abram, Salakia, and Abram planted a grove in Beersheba and called there on Salakia, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. Verse 34. And Abram sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abram and said unto him, Abram, and he said, Behold, here I am. Verse 2. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah.
Yeah, I believe it's like
Moriah.
Mm-hmm. Like it's Moriah. Mm-hmm.
Get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Verse 3. And Abram rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. Verse 4.
So this is a story, you know what I'm saying, most of us know, you know what I'm saying, or I've heard before, of course, in Christianity or the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, about what? About Abraham, you know, being sent by the Lord to what? To, of course, sacrifice his son, right? If you pay attention to the words and how it, you know, it speaks, it says, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac. You know what I'm saying? When we know what? We know, you know, Abraham had, you know, other children too. You know what I'm saying? We know for sure he had what? He had Ishmael. But of course, unlike Christianity, you know what I'm saying, we don't understand these scriptures and how the Lord works. You understand? The Lord separated, you know what I'm saying, Abraham's sons, man. The Lord chose for the lineage to go through who? Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob. You understand? There's separation throughout this whole Bible. The Lord, you know what I'm saying, is allowed to pick and choose who he wants to love, you know what I'm saying, and who he wants, you know what I'm saying, to be his chosen people, right? Which is why he's saying, thy only son, Isaac, when he had other children in the flesh, right? But that's his only child, what? That the Lord wanted him to, you know, to be his, man. All right. So I'm gonna pick back up in the Hebrews, so this book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 4. A little warm in here. It's on. You feel it? You feel it? Oh, he feel it. If he feel it, we good then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make sure the brother get one too, right? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 4 in the Hebrew. Baya wum ha hashala shalake hasha la yash la yashya wa waya waya sha waya sha'a Abraham af ayan ayanyawa. The water, bro. Waya ra'a af hamakwa wum mara kwak. It's verse 5. Waya more Abraham al Naara yan. So like ya na I ra yawa shabawa lakam paha aim haka ma war wa anya wahana ar. So like a waha na ira nalaka aid ka wana shathkawa wana sha wanash waba ala al yakam. Verse 5. Wayakwak Abraham ath Aitazaya ha al slake ha I la Wayasham al yatazakak banwa Wayakwak ba yadwa af haash wa af hama hama kalath waya wayala kawa shana yaham yakadwa. Verse 7. Wayamar, Yatazakwak, Al, Abaraham, A Abayawa, Wayamar, Abaya, Wayamor, Ananya, Banya, Wayamor, Hana, Haash, Wahai, Waha, Atazayam, Wa'aya, Hasha, La'ila. Verse 8. Wayamar, Abaraham, Alahayam, Yara'a, Lawa, Haisha, La'ila, Banya, Wayala Kawa, Shanyaham, Yakadwa. We started at 4, so 1, 2. All right, so verse 9. Waya ba'a wa al hamakwa wam ashar amar lawa ha'ala hayam waya bun sham abaraham ath hamazabak waya I rock ath ha'itazayam waya I rock. So like it waya I quack ath yatazakak banwa wayasham athwa al hamazabak mama al la'ai tazayam. Verse 10. Wayashalak abaraham ath yadawa wayakwak ath hama'a kalath lashakat ath banwa. That's in verse 10.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 4. Then on the third day, Abram lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. Verse 5. And Abram said unto his young men, Abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you. Verse 6. And Abram took the wood for the burnt offering and laid it up upon laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. Verse 7. And Isaac spake unto Abram his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Both the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Verse 8. And Abram said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. Verse 9. And they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abram built an altar there, and the lad the wood in order. and laid the wood in order, and both Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. Verse 10. And Abram stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. That's the end of verse 10.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, you know what I'm saying, so the Moses, I mean, it's like it's Abraham, you know what I'm saying, he getting that order to what? To kill his son, right? Notice what didn't he do, man? He didn't question the Lord. He didn't argue with the Lord. You understand? He didn't second guess the Lord. He just did exactly what the Lord told him to do, man. You know what I'm saying? This is this type of discipline, this type of, you know, understanding we don't have anymore when it comes to following the Lord, man. Because of America, following the Lord, it's a choice. We have options, right? Because of America gives us, you know, free will, or makes us think we have free will. You understand? Because whether we believe it or not, I'm saying, we're punished for the crimes that we commit against the Bible, man. We're punished for the, you know what I'm saying, the crimes that we commit against the Lord. The Lord makes sure that we are punished for them. Hence, you know, slavery. Hence monkeypox. Hence AIDS, right? All these diseases and plagues. What was that? You know what I'm saying? COVID, man, right? Which proves that what the Lord does punish us for what we do. You know what I'm saying? So we have no choice but to obey the Lord and do what he says to do, man. You understand? The Lord ain't asking you to, you know, murder your son or murder your daughter, right? He just asking us to do what? Just follow the law, statutes, commandments, man. Come back to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let go of this place. Let go of this place called America, right? Get our spirit out of this place and come back to our true culture, our true heritage, right? Come back to our people and our beliefs, right? But what verse you had read to? Sorry, 11, right? So I'm pick back up in the Hebrew, the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 11. Waya Kwara'a ala Salakia ala Yawa Mala'ak Yahweh Mana Hashamayam Waya Amar Abraham Waya Amar Hananya. Verse 12. Waya Amar Al Tashalak Yadak Al Hana Ira Wa Al Ta'aish Lawa Ma'awama Kaya Aitha Wada I Salake Wada I Aithia Kaya Yara'a Alahayam Atha Wala'a Kashakat Ath Banak Ath Yaka Yadak Mamanya. So like Mamanya. Verse 13. Waya Sha'a Abraham Ath Ayanyawa Waya Ra'a Wahana Ayal Akar Naakaza Basabak Bakwa Ra Bakwa Run Yawa Wayalak Abraham Wayakwak Ath Yal Waya Alahawa La'ala Takath Banwa Verse 14. Waya Quara Abraham Sham Hama Quawum Haha Ra'a Yahweh Yara'a Ashar Ya'amar Hayawum Bahar Yahweh Yara'a. Verse 15. Waya Quara'a Mala'ak Yahweh Al Abraham Shanayath Man Hashamayim. Verse 16. Waya Mar Baya Nashama Aithia Na'am Yahweh Kaya Ya'ain Ashar Ishayath Ath Hadabar Hazaha Wala'ah Kashakath Ath Banak Ath Yakaya Yaka Yadak. Verse 17. Kaya Barak Abara Kak Waharaba Araba Ath Zaraik Kaka Kawa Kabya Kawakabya Hashamayam Waka Wayakak Wow Ashar Al Shapath Hayam Wayarash Zaraak Ath Ashar it's like Ashar Al Shapath Hayam Wayarash Zaraik Ath Sha'ar Sha'ira Ayabay Salake Yabyawa. That's in verse 17.
Sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abram, Abram. And he said, Here I am. Verse 12. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me. Verse 13. And Abram lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abram went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, he said, now I know what? Now I know that you feareth me. You know what I'm saying? Because what? Because somebody who don't fear the Lord, what you not gonna do? You're not gonna do what he tell you to do, man. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, kill your own son. Why? Because even in killing your own son, as terrible as that may sound and may be, what can the Lord do for you, man? Lord can give you more sons. You understand? Remember, Abraham his name means what? Father of many nations. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have plenty of children, man. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Lord was just testing him, man, just to see, you know what I'm saying, where his loyalty was at. Which, you understand what I'm saying, happens in our lives, man. That's why the scriptures say what? When thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is a man of war. He wants to make sure you deserve, you know what I'm saying, your reward, man. He want to make sure you deserve the kingdom. He want to make sure you deserve our inheritance. He want to make sure you're worthy. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a price, man. It comes with your sacrifice. It comes with you, following the Lord. Just think about that parable with Christ. You know what I'm saying? When he gave those brothers that pound and they was supposed to go, create an increase from that pound. Like it's work you got to put in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's work you got to put in. You don't get to the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, by just observation. You know what I mean? With Christianity, we think it's just, just rainbow unicorns and Skittles and, just happy life and just enjoy. And it's easy this, easy that. When it's hard, man. It's a battle. It's a fight. You know what I'm saying? We got to constantly endure, constantly battle every day. You're going to have to do things and make sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, for the greater good, man. You know what I mean? To prove that you fear the Lord. You're going to have to let go of all those drugs, man, to prove you fear the Lord. You're going to have to pay your tithes to prove you fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You got to come to class, learn this truth, let go of America to prove that you fear the Lord, man. You know what I mean? But that was it on that, right?
Lakia. I think I was at still reading 13. I
Okay,
believe.
you can read. I'm sorry.
Salakia, I'm not sure. I started 13 though. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 13. And Abram lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abram went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. Verse 14. And Abram called the name of the place
Jehovah Jireh or something.
Jehovah Jireh. Salakia
You
is
said it in English. It just sounds so much crazy. It makes more sense when you say it in the Hebrew.
kind.
Got a better ring to it.
What does it say in the Hebrew? Can you point it out? I won't let you do it. Salakia, we'll get it later, sir.
Mm-hmm.
As it is said to this day, in the mountain of the Lord it shall be seen. Verse 15. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abram out of heaven the second time. Verse 16. And said, by myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, verse 17, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed, as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the sea shore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. That's the end of 17.
All right. You understand? So we're gonna clip it up right there. Right, in the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 17. All right. So next week we'll pick up in the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 18. All right. You know what I'm saying? Keep going into this history, keep bringing out this truth, right? Keep keeping our customs. You know what I'm saying? The Sabbath service and reading 7 sets of 7. Right. So we'll clip it up there, right? So next week we'll pick up again the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 18. Right. So just up here, Almighty, which means to stand. Oh, you good, bro. You can take a seat. Just up here. Men visit a girl thyself to prepare to the Torah. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakayah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakayah.
Torah, brother. You can just repeat after brother. He'll let you know what to say. Right. So, and what you said in the Hebrew, right, in the English, what you said was, "Peace, Lord, and in the name of Christ, bless me." Right. All right. So now, Amida, which means to stand, like Wapanya Kwadum, which means rise and face the east. We'll start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bat Shemayim, Nathanyanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawathia Nawa, Wala'a, Tabi'ai Nawa, Vanasaya 1, Abo, Habishai Nawa, Ra,
Go back one word.
Habishai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha Salakia, Waha'ala, Wathaparia, Wa'alumyum,
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shah. Baba Koshah. Nathanyanawa. Hakak. Lapara'ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Marawa. Hakak. Latahar. Ha Matazarayim. Hakak. Lahaquium, Hamathium, Hakak, Larkarawath, Hata Ma'ala, Lagarishan, Bahashim Yahweh, the water Aman.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
The blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim.
Matazabiyah.
Alawap Yahana. Alawapium. Ha Saranyum. Ha Kotazayoyum. Ha Koyoyoyum.
Wa
Wa Alwathium. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayunya.
Ayunya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Izarium.
Isarium.
Izarium.
Isarium.
Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam. Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Wagalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayishan.
Shawamar.
Shamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Zalka.
Al-Ya'id.
Al-Ya'ai.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawawam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Layala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza Wa'ak Salakia. Tazaathka.
Tazaaka.
Wabawapathka. Salakia. Wabawa. Yeah. Wabawahaka. Is that what I'm saying right, sir? Salakia.
Where you at? Waba. What? Waba. Waba. Wa'aka. What? Slakia. What? You messed me up. Wabawaka. Come on.
Wabawaka. Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'id al-alam.
Wa'id al-alam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord.
My help coming from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Al. Kayana.
Kayahana.
Awabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka. Salakia. Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Wayarayamwa.
Ya'irayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Yatazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Salaki. Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Mongolia.
Mongolia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shamyashala.
Shamyashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Na wa'ai Salakia. Na wa'ai Tazawa.
Na wa'ai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Bariath.
Bariath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Alhaholia.
Ahaholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Al Yawam.
Mhm.
Al Yawam.
Al Yawam.
Waba. Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wamawan.
Waimawan.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Palashath.
Palashath.
Abishabia.
Amyashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nala'a.
Nala-
Salakia.
Mhm.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
I'm a what? Salakia. Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Shala'am.
Ashalaham.
Kamadium.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayanda Ara.
Bayanda Ra.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Daman.
Daman.
Laidama.
Ladama.
Shayathamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yadmawa.
Yadmawa.
Karab.
Karab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazol.
Wakatazol.
Ma'ain.
Ma'ain.
Kalnasai Kamwa.
Calvin Sayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath.
Ath.
Nawath.
Naawath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapara Rarakwa.
Lapanya Raraka.
Lapanya Rarakwa. Salakia. Kayash.
Kayash.
Tabia Ira.
Tabayaira.
Yaira.
Yaira.
Wakalabak.
Kalaba.
Thalaat.
Talahat.
Harayam.
Harayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Tharadatma.
Radama.
Basa Irika.
Basairaka.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapathka.
Wapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyam.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabaholwa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparawa.
Wayakaparawa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadayawa.
Wayadayawa.
Salakia. Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labatka.
Labadka.
Ayawam.
Ayawan.
Al-Kaharatazah.
Al-Kaharatazah in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo.
Thine
Thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have
against thy
taken
people.
crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against.
Thy
hidden ones.
Thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
That
the name of Israel.
May
be no more in remembrance.
in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
With
one consent. They are confederate against thee.
The
Tabernacles of Edom.
And
the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab.
The
Hagarenes.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And
The
Amalek.
Philistines.
With
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur.
Also is joined with them.
They
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kisan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. And like Zeeb. Yea. All their princes. As Abba. And as Amunah. Who said. Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As a stumble before the wind. As a fire burneth a wood. And as a flame. Set the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame,
they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let me put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
that
men may know
men may know
that thou,
whose
whose name alone
is
is Yahweh, art the Most High.
art the Most High over all the earth. Sir. Men of Israel, sorry for turning face the teacher. We give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Mayim Shabbat, Amitum, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatha. Yahweh Matat, dismiss.